Ghosts are real, and now we have indisputable truth. It begins in the suburbs of Pennsylvania, in which an 8-pack California sushi roll is purchased by Roman to be eaten later. The sushi is cold and colorful and begs to be devoured, but its buyer practices restraint. Roman vows to himself not to eat the 8-pack California sushi roll until he runs around the neighborhood. But Roman also knows that within the time span of his run, his 2 equally hungry siblings will be arriving to his house from school. Roman tells his mother, "Mother, do not let the 2 siblings consume my 8-pack California sushi roll." The mother replies in the affirmative, and Roman takes off to perspire and run around the neighborhood. As Roman runs, a supernatural occurrence takes place. The sushi is in a state of limbo. He could come home to find it fully intact, or to come home and find it gone, consumed. The sushi only projects its existence when Roman witnesses it. And when not being witnessed, it could take any state. And assuming that our perception of time is relative and all within our minds, thus our very thoughts make up our reality and its supposed existence, sushi is a ghost. It both does not exist and does exist. And its existence will present only until Roman witnesses the sushi roll either present or gone. The sushi is, by all definitions, an apparition, a real ghost. Welcome to Lower Dublin. Welcome to Lower Dublin, a show from another dimension in which Lower Dublin still exists, and the camera adds 100 pounds. I'm actually in a children's suit size small, but I'm Roman Smith, and let's look at tonight's rundown. Tonight we're going to discuss a news story relating to the form pace. Forming, the only news you're going to need all week. But this week is actually so crazy, I have to talk about a piece of breaking news. It was reported by the New Mongolia News Network that the pacer test has been banned. The president of a foreign country has banned the fitness test because it was too cruel to children and giving them post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, for those who don't know, the Fitness Gram Pacer test is a physical fitness test that involves running back and forth trying to beat a time clock until you trip or fall or fracture an Achilles heel. Students all over the country have been doing it for years. And I actually don't know how I feel about this news story. It's all so much to take in. I mean, you're looking at a guy who can't touch his toes without assistance. By the way, thank you, Noah. I just need to get some air. All these years spent running back and forth, chasing nothing, just to race and Ralph, to sprint and spew. How could this have gone on for so long? Just the idea of it brings me to churn my stomach. I could almost hear the introduction audio.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear this signal.
Who made the pacer test? Why would they make it? It's like someone said, "Hey, Doug, hey, we want to combine the worst parts of the fitness test with the most embarrassing parts of the puberty talk." Oh, well, actually, we already have them run the mile, Doug. Yeah, I know, but hear me out. What if we make them run the mile, except in a crowded room while disco music is playing? But Doug, this gym isn't big enough. Oh, well then we'll just have them run back and forth until their knees give out. Doug, didn't you get fired 2 years ago? Wait, something isn't right. Now that I've actually gotten my exercise, my head is clear, I'm done. I now recall that this news story was actually found out to be a fake news story posted as a joke. Dang! Dang you, Pacer Test. You made me a victim again. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lower Dublin. Last week, the band Covet was invited by our guitar teacher, Mr. Smith, and played a set and talked about life as an upcoming band. The band Covet is a California-based band. Its lead guitarist is Yvette Young, who plays a 7-string guitar and does tapping melodies. We're going to play a song from their album Currents when they came into the school and gave a performance. But that's all for us here on Lower Dublin. Special thanks to Mr. Squeary, Noah, Andres, our EP, Maggie, Mr. Smith, and Covet. Once again, here's a song off of their album, Currents. Come on back to Lower Dublin next time.